Hello, and welcome to Dice Dropping Song of Ice and Fire role-playing game, The Chronicles of House Weirlight. Say hello, House Weirlight.
Hello,
House Weirlight.
Hello.
Hello. It's so good to see you all again. We're back what is this? Another party at Theolden Hall? Am I just continuously recycling material? Maybe. You have no proof. You can't.
No,
you can't
rich
put that on
people.
me.
Rich people throw a lot of parties.
It's super true. When you're this powerful in the Game of Thrones, if you're not actively just destroying another country, you're throwing parties. So this is where we're at.
Why can't we do both?
What? Listen, I like where your head's at.
What about black magic?
Blood magic, not black magic.
Easy, boys. Easy, gentle.
Anyways.
But I'm so glad to see you all back. I'm so glad for everyone here to join us for another great episode, because it's a wedding. It's a wedding of our very own, of course, heir, Henrik Weirlight. He's grown up so much. He used to be just like a long-haired little fop boy, didn't even know his ABCs, wandering through.
That was a rough year.
Being seduced by street kidnappers.
Good times. I don't think that
Good
was
times.
being seduced.
You're
It's just
wrong.
I can't hurt a woman's feelings.
He was too polite to say
Honestly,
no to a kidnapper.
yeah.
I believe it. But yes. But now we are here. He has grown up. He's cut his hair. He has slightly less rings. Ever so slightly.
Still no
No
beard.
He's definitely got to get rid of a few rings to make room for another. And of course, if you don't know, Henrik is of course being married to Ashella Ashford. Yes, the very Ashella Ashford, who is the queen of the young daughter reach scene, essentially. I mean, and everyone's like, Weirlight and Ashford can't miss.
I have winged
perfect
women do
match.
so hard.
Even though this wedding was arranged due to a social faux pas, let's call it, it is a strong one that both the lords and ladies of both houses have negotiated, and soon to set up become, though they were already some of the richest houses in the Reach, they will continue to be, guaranteed that they will continue to be the richest houses, and possibly making some enemies along the way. However, there has been some hiccups, making sure the flowers are right. Some of them, are dying because they're from different areas, and making sure all the mirrors are set up properly, and of course, the groom having a seizure at dinner. Seeing horrible visions of a dark future that may yet come to pass. Where Henrik was given, what do we want to call that? Dark purpose? divine purpose? Blood purpose.
There we go.
A cursed purpose.
A cursed purpose. Thank you, David.
Glorious purpose?
Of course.
Leave it, Thorsten.
I don't know if it's
No, it's
glorious.
cursed. Yeah.
A cursed purpose, negotiating with Thorsten and Clarissa, who are the forefronts on the curse of House Weirlight, the strange blood curse that seemed to originate from the founders of House Weirlight during the Age of Heroes, securing their location on the coastline and having incredibly fertile growing grounds for poppies right next to the ocean, which I don't know if any of you here are, like agriculturalists. That isn't actually super likely.
It's an anomaly.
Poppy fields are super inland, like, Iowa.
Require lots
stuff.
of heat.
Yeah. Not the cool ocean breeze. However, something has made them grow strong and fertile. However, this curse also threatens to consume the line of Weirlights. So, Clarissa, Thorsten, and now the heir, Henrik, have sworn a pact to seemingly go to Bloodbloom, the ruins of the old Weirlight estate where none go, and a strange forest has grown around, with little givings, and no one dares go near, or if they had, they've never been able to tell anyone what they've seen, for they too have gone. To try to fix whatever this part of the curse is, hopefully unraveling more, saving the future of House Weirlight. Ignorant to all of that, we
We're gonna
have
have such a great stag party.
To everybody else.
we have the rest of the house absolutely prepping and in full swing of the welcoming feast of the Weirlights. Now, we've already experienced one wedding welcoming feast during, of course, the marriage of Kevin Manning and Sylvie Hart. And that opening feast was rather nice and warm and welcoming in their small hall. However, there is about, 12 times the
At least.
invitees guest. Like this is celebrity royal wedding to the max. Everybody who is anybody here is here. There is not one family in the Reach who is not sending some form of representative to be here. You have even gotten some representatives from Western Dorne. There it is. That's the one. From Western Dorne, which have long had a sort of, let's say, rough relationship with the Reach. But outreaches were made. The Weirlight family has shown to be fair and dutiful, showing all of the entire court during the royal tournament when we celebrated the birth of King Robert's first daughter. Lots of things are culminating in this moment. Nymora had very handily spoken to a lot of the representatives of the Dornish nobility, not really having a problem with bastards like most of the rest of the Westeroses. They do see bastards as nobility. So having Nymora greet them was not an insult. It was quite welcome. Nymora did a great job talking to them about the feast, how the house values their attendance, welcomes them. However, Nymora, you did notice they didn't really go after a lot of the Dornish food. They seemed to be more interested in the Reach food.
It's fine. It's an effort that was made.
Yeah, no. Other people, however, are enjoying the Dornish food. Some Reach folk are like, "What is this? It's so spicy."
I wonder if that's going to foster trade between the Reach and the Dornish.
Nymora, it fucking might.
Or House Weirlight in the Dornish.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, there's some spice trade going on.
We got a port.
You have a port.
Hello, Lord Hill. Heard that you liked spicy peppers. How would you like to purchase spicy peppers from us exclusively?
A jalapeno popper.
Listen, I love the way you think. You're already thinking like a true knight. However, there was a quite twist of surprise in the few days earlier when we found out that Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper, was coming to the wedding, and so he did, showing up unannounced. He was announced several days before he showed up, but sneaking onto the property essentially with his latest paramour, ambushing the first daughter and twin of Henrik, Mariella, and her friends, surprising them with him and his latest paramour, Camilla Weirlight, the elder sister to Tedric and Thorsten Weirlight, the lost sister, as she is often referred to, as she left long before the twins were of any form of age that could recognize memory or experience. She at the end, and you in the beginning, Tedric and Thorsten, you got some letters from her travels, but then after a few years they just sort of stopped, and maybe she died, maybe she just stopped caring. Either way, you all moved on with your lives, essentially. But
Yep.
here she is to see the wedding of her nephew with her latest paramour, one of the most dangerous men in this country. So, I'm drunk. All right, here we go. I just got alcohol directly in my eye.
Oh, jeez.
Ow.
I guess
It's
that's one way to
fine.
drink.
Oh, it's just burn. It's fine. But
The Red Viper speaks
after
of you.
yes, after
Red Viper strikes
indeed, exactly. The Mariella, however, handled it the best she could, having some support from her future sister-in-law, Ashella, seemingly being able to not be flustered, though afterwards she seemed quite giddy that such a famous person was attending her wedding. Later, of course, after Vivienne had quieted the worries of the Ashfords about, like, is this man my daughter is about to marry, is he going to die? You have to be honest with me. Is he going to die the moment you think? Because we can't do that. We need heirs. We need shit. Can we keep him long enough to get a baby in her? But Vivienne quieted their fears, reassured them of their alliance and their friendship. That seemed to instantly win over Lord Ashford. He seems more than eager to accept most things at this point, ever since having a private conversation with Tedric.
All the pieces are falling into play.
Indeed. However, the last we saw of our good Sir Knight Nymora was she was a little forcibly whisked away by the Red Viper and his paramour Camilla to HBO content, as I like to say. Yes, there was many of those things. And as we come back into our story, I will just say for the moment, Heather, Nymora has yet to be found.
Yeah.
And I
All
will
right.
I will bring that up to you later.
I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be back later.
You get a drink, smoke a cigarette. I mean,
However, how we start this this evening. Now, last we saw Henrik, he was forcibly resting in the, what do we call that? The blood chamber? What
The blood cave
Thorsten?
is what I
dungeon.
call it.
That's definitely Henrik's name for it. The blood.
I mean,
dungeon.
Thorsten, what do you call it? It's yours now.
the blood laboratory, the blood lab.
The blood
The
lab.
blood laboratory.
Lovely.
The blab.
Laboratus sanguine. Yes.
No, I'm just gonna call it the blab.
The blade.
The blab.
The blade. The blade.
The blood. The blood sanctum.
Sanctum de blood.
Sanctum
Whatever.
sanguine.
Everything. The bludgeon. Yes.
Nope, that's a winner. That's a winner.
Okay. Apparently, we're all just like high and giddy tonight.
We're all together. It's been a bit.
Yeah.
It's been a bit.
True.
So you have been resting in the blood lab,
Yes.
forcibly made to sleep, due
Mhm.
to, though it was a cover, you were actually quite exacerbated, due to your feeling that you must get everything right. Which, you know, who could blame a young man to feel that way?
It's an important
yeah.
day, you know? Yeah.
It is. However, he is resting for this time. However, we will see him quite soon. Until that moment, Tedric. Now, Tedric, every lord in the Reach is here. Or at least about to be here today, you know. This is a moment, right, for you, Tedric. This is... The birthday party was quite nice. Several people showed up. It was quite a large affair. But there are much more people here. In the sense that more people wanted to see it, and it is, you are assured, you saw the guest list. It's every single banner house under the Tyrells. All of them.
Jesus.
Except for, of course, the dead ones. But the descendants of those people can go be, you know, compost farmers. Who cares? But everyone in the Reach is here to see your son get married. This is a moment that your father never had. Your wedding, while quite a nice affair, wasn't anything like this. And your father never held in esteem that when he threw a gathering that the whole Reach would show up. Ever. That was never in the history, this. Every party was nice, but it was always of like the factions, kind of it's called the Warhawk faction in the Reach, which is like Hornhill, so like the Tarleys and the Red Wines, basically the more military minded Reachmen were more friends with him. But this is everybody. Both Fossaways, insane. I want to know, how do you feel that the entirety of your land has come to see your son get married?
Honored and slightly nervous.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you nervous about? What is your worry? What's worrying Tedric's mind?
I don't want Tedric to fuck up.
Tedric's worries he's going to do something to mess this up.
But with the help of my family, and I believe that we'll be fine.
Absolutely. I mean, let's be real, Tedric. You have, in the past few years, you've really stepped up. You've done a lot. And you have always helped kind of be the face of your house and everything it stands for. And, people, you still hear, there is by the way, there is a song now that's currently being sung in the hall. It was a song created to commemorate Tedric's victory in battle and general battle prowess in general. It basically kind of yes, it was in fact currently being sung by one Tom Greengrass. A minstrel of some renown and bon mot that we met very early on. But yeah, he is here, and he currently sings that no matter how high the wheat grows, none can escape from the reaper's flow. It is quite a prestigious honor. You had a song created after you. You didn't commit. By the way, I just wanted everyone to know, no one in the house commissioned this song. Tom Greengrass just showed up with it and was like, yeah? And then my guess was you went, yeah, and you gave him money. And now he's here.
Yeah, is Tom Greengrass, is he good?
Fantastic.
The best.
He's very good.
Okay.
Clarissa spoke for him in his skill.
Now that we've given him money, he's never going away.
I mean, he hasn't gone away for a bit, so
yeah.
I mean, you keep giving him money, he just stays here, right?
Bards are all stray cats.
Yeah, basically.
He already made a song about Clarissa, so it's like
Well, we now have a bard in the party.
Indeed.
inspiration. Where's my inspiration?
Yes. But yes, you having a song named after you. You are quite nervous that you're going to mess something up, but let's be real. I mean, no one, the reputation you used to have when you were younger, this sort of clumsy knight, right? Like this brash, sometimes even could be sort of meek in you not wanting to offend people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think Tedric has long tried to live down that reputation, but honestly, I think you've seen that reputation is gone. Whoever even remembers that reputation doesn't speak of it, because your accomplishments so far have been impossible to, ignore. So I want to know, Tedric, what are you doing right now to capitalize on the fact that every house in the Reach is here in your home and you are currently entertaining guests, right? What are you doing to sort of like maximize your house's effect here, or your own effect, or your son's, whatever you want?
We'll be telling tales of
Okay.
past Weirlights leading up to all the way down to Henrik.
Mm-hmm.
Skipping some of the
The
crazier
lineage.
moments of my father.
Yeah. Just like when someone makes a comment and he goes, yeah, but the Weirlight, like, fascinating, really. Yeah, so I want you right now to make a roll to see how engaging you are.
Okay.
So this is going to be a persuasion roll. Do you have charm?
Let me take a look. I don't think I have charm.
What do you have? Do you have anything in
Can I have
persuasion?
convince?
He could be convincing with how he says it. I mean, I could see that.
No, I
but-
see that. I can see an argument for it, so I'm going to say okay.
All right. Well, just making sure nothing else is ticked on my sheet to give me any.
So there's
Minuses.
no TN for this. Basically, every 3 above 3, you will get a better and better like result. So there's no like, if you don't get up to 3, you fail. But every
Wasn't I able to
3,
spend a destiny to add to it?
you can spend a destiny point to add a bonus die. Yeah.
Okay.
Just make
That's
sure
what
you
I
don't
shall
have
do.
any hanger wounds or whatever.
Yeah, I don't have any of those marked, I don't believe.
Good, because that you are healed.
Jeez.
Oh, so that is 1, 2, 3,
4 above 3.
4, 5 degrees of success. So I have a
And a
chart.
crit if it was possible.
Yes, that's true. That because you had 2 6s, 15, yeah, that would be great. But it's just kind of 3 above. So you got 5 degrees of success. So 1 degree of success, it basically no one really finds you annoying, but no one really pays that much attention. 2 degrees of success, you have found a very small niche of people who are fascinated, but most leave to find other situations. 3 degrees of success, you have drawn the interest of a few folk, and they're listening politely. 4 degrees of success, you have enraptured several members of the nobility, though most are just looking at the spectacle that you're sort of making. And with 5 degrees of success, you have either fascinated a large group of people, but also simultaneously many of the lower ranked nobles are paying you a lot of lip service in honor of your name. So yeah, that you got really, really fucking good. You have a large group of people, lords, that are fascinated, and some of them are commenting, like they're like, oh yes, I knew of the history, like my great grandfather Botchwan, like he had they had a spice dealing one time, and you're just like, I believe that's true, yeah.
Could be true, maybe.
But
Well, let me do a status roll to figure out who you are first.
like, okay, hold on, who the fuck are you? But yeah, no, you impress a lot of nobles. You begin and being like, oh, young Henrik has a lot to live up to. I'm like, well, he's already done the reach. Quite proud. I would personally slay. Yes, knocked that that damn snake off his horse. And others like, they're like, I tell me I'm wrong here, my lord. You have a very large group of people, all very interested in what you're saying. Don't get me wrong, though. Someone may tell that Oberyn Martell, Prince Oberyn Martell, is here. That can't be true, is it?
I have to think about this for a second. Have I heard that he is here?
Yeah,
I have.
you have. You have heard he has shown up. Some of the nobles look concerned about that being Reachman. I will say with the 15, since you have a sort of command of them at the moment, you kind of I'm gonna if you want to like know how to properly respond to this, you can make a awareness empathy roll to kind of gauge them to see if their response. You could make just a status roll to sort of fucking be like, listen, I'm the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the world. Obviously the prince would be here. Like,
Exactly. He's come to pay respects to me and my family.
give me a status roll, my dude. Holy
Absolutely the last remain.
Jody recoils.
There's only 1-6, you monster.
Fucking absolutely the one of two remaining royalty in this country has come to pay respects to my son. What do you think I am? Some sort of plebeian?
Yeah. So you went, of course he comes. The Martell family gives respect to my son's wedding. Would they not? Is the Weirlight name not known far and wide as one of the great houses of Westeros? And they go, well, of course, my lord. Yes, absolutely. It makes perfect sense. Absolutely. And they all just nod and
Backpedal.
A wave of agreement.
Falling over themselves.
Yeah, and you're like, of course, you expect Prince Doran to come? He's sick with gout. He could not travel. Obviously, his brother comes. And yeah, you just fucking kowtow all of these dudes. When they're like, yes, of course, House Weirlight, it's the best. And it's hilarious because Mace Tyrell is in that group. He's just like, absolutely, yes. Well, I mean, I'm very proud to have the Weirlights as my banner house. One of the greats, you know. My great-grandfather once, and just like, and then someone's like, yes, that's true. That does remind me, Lord Mace, Lord Diedrich, you were saying. And you just...
Oh god, I've taken it away from Mace, and he agrees with it.
Yeah, he's just like, oh yes.
Mace Tyrell wants nothing more than for someone else to do his job for him.
Basically, but then him get definitely all the credit.
Yeah.
He just
Of
wants someone
course,
to tell
today
him. Cool.
I wouldn't be here where I am if it wasn't for our good Lord Mace Tyrell.
I mean, of course, lead from the front, as it were. You know my old man, and just like that. We're like, he's Cedric is definitely one of my trust. Everyone's like, oh yes. And Mace, obviously, I will say to you, is like, looks so grateful that you just did that. Literally so that just because of that, because Mace Tyrell has some really fun flaws. I don't know if any of you know.
I can only imagine.
I'm gonna say because you got a 25 status and then like pointed to Mace and be like, I'm the greatest motherfucker. Of course, everyone's here, and I would be nothing without this man. I would say your relationship status with Mace Tyrell just goes up by a level immediately right there. Which I will tell you right now, Mace Tyrell considers you one of his best friends now.
Tell him to give me his son.
Daddy.
I want that one.
Daddy, I want that one. I want it now, Daddy.
Daddy, I want the golden goose.
I'm first.
Okay,
I
Veronica,
want that
I will
one.
get it for you.
I want a squirrel.
Oh boy. We are.
So how much do you want for it?
ridiculous. Indeed. Yeah, so you are just taming the situation. Vivian. We cut to Vivian, and you are hurriedly trying to find your husband because you just witnessed something fairly horrific.
Mm-hmm.
Your sister-in-law is here.
Right, and he doesn't know. Excellent.
You assume he doesn't know from the way she's moving about. And the fact that she's the paramour of one of the most dangerous and high-ranked men in Westeros. Like, of course.
Makes sense. Jeez.
Could
So-
we have said the second I found out I sent a task force to watch her?
Well, you haven't found out yet.
Oh, I thought you said I knew.
No, you know Oberyn Martell is here. You don't know
Yes.
your sister is
I didn't
with
realize
him.
that my sister's here with. Okay, got it.
You just know he is here. That's all you know. He hasn't come to introduce himself to you, which is rather rude, but he's Dornish. But Vivian, you are currently like Oh yes, of course. Hello. As you just like under your dress, just power walk towards your husband. However, you do catch the end of what your husband's saying to this large group of incredibly influential, basically the men who run the Reach. And your husband has them all on leashes.
Enthralled.
Enthralled. And he just is like, and Vivian, there's that moment of your 16-year-old self looking that sad boy sitting in the mud in the rain while everyone else was inside and just going, I shall make you great. There he is. Above everyone.
God, we just had a baby. Calm down, Vivian. Okay. Got it. I'm back. And I'll just kind of saddle up and just be like, if you noble lords will please excuse a wife, if I could borrow my husband just for a moment. And just like kind of like put my arm in his and like scoot him away.
Drag him away.
Yes, he goes, oh, of course, live in Vivian, of course. And everyone's like, all of the men are like, of course, and just like immediately, they know you've talked to their wives. They know.
Yeah.
So you bring Tiedric away.
I immediately just hand him a glass of something of what a servant's passing by. Like, dear,
Yes.
I don't
Some
want
summer
you...
wine. Very nice.
I don't want you to panic
This is a
or
good one
get
this year.
upset. Yes, it's so good. Very good vintage. It came into the port this morning. Your sister's here. Oh wow, isn't it just a lovely day? She's the paramour of Prince Oberyn. Oh my goodness, dear, you look so divine today.
I'm sorry. I must have misheard you. Did you say that my sister was here?
Yes, and she is the paramour of Prince Oberyn Martell.
Well, that would explain why he didn't come and greet me
Oh.
when he first got here.
Yes, he seemed to know his way about very well.
Except for the new wings.
Except for the new wings, yes.
No, he probably knows those pretty well now.
Yes, but everything is fine. Your sister seemed... your sister seemed healthy and well kept, I believe. She's so tall. Is your entire family just tall?
Everybody except for my mother.
I see. Well...
She was a dainty little thing at 5 feet.
Oh, wow. Goodness. No, it seems fine. I just wanted to let you know so you weren't bombarded. Are you all right?
I feel I will be.
All right.
I mean, who's going to say otherwise? That entire room back there?
Oh, you were doing so well with them.
Thank you. Just so you did see some of it. I'm glad.
Did. You were fantastic, my love.
Okay. So, do you know where she is?
I have no idea. For a woman that tall, she is able to slink about without being seen. I don't know how.
Yes, she learned from Nanny, if you will.
Interesting.
Yes, the old lady, that kept our kids in line. Yes, she used to be quite silent and nimble. That's how she caught me and my brother a lot.
That woman terrified me and the children. Wherever
How do you
she...
think me and Thorsten felt?
May her soul rest in peace, or whatever. But that woman was
She's
a ghoul.
still alive.
Is she?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
Vivian, she's still alive. Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, she's around. You see her on occasion.
Skulking. Oh Jesus.
Okay.
I think instinctively I look around.
Yeah. She still occasionally props your back with her cane, being like, stand up straight.
Even
she's the one who protected the babies when Naimora had to fight off the assassins. They were trying to switch them.
I thought that was Sister Myrtle.
That was the scepter.
That's Septa Myrtle. Yeah.
My bad.
She came with Vivian, but
my bad.
But, no. That aside, well, I am glad she's healthy and not dead then. That aside, if your sister comes to talk to you, I will.
She's
as
just gonna
always,
make an awareness check.
Sure. What would you like to look for?
The lady who took care of me. I probably won't be able to find her. Nope.
Mhm.
No.
No.
He's
No.
sitting here
Her-
right now.
Her form eludes you.
Well, if you are in need of aid, if your sister were ever to come talk to you with Lord Oberyn, I, of course, will be at your back, my love.
Fair enough. Oh, also, you'll know when she's around, you'll feel a cold chill into the room.
Oh,
No, just for a second.
Your sister or the nanny?
The
Yes.
nanny.
Both.
Actually.
Thorsten, both. Well, I just want to I wanted to give you. Oh, the nanny are gonna pay off.
Listen, remember the joke I literally said Vivian like has seen her like in the night feeding Endeavor out the thing.
I don't like it. But yeah,
Endeavor doesn't let anybody feed them. Feed him. He doesn't.
You gotta leave. You gotta leave all the food in one area and back away slowly.
That is all I wanted to tell you, my love. Just so you
Thank
were
you.
not caught unawares.
Thank you very much, my dear. Is there any other news?
I suppose. Oh, Felice's boy is here. Apparently, Henrik had invited him to be his best man. So that's exciting. Henrik making.
Right.
I know he's been so busy, but he still makes time to make friends with the other future heirs. I'm very proud of him. Have you had a chance to speak with him about the whole balancing being a husband and lord? I really think he might need that.
Yes.
conversation.
Speaking of which, where is Henrik?
He's resting. I'm hoping for him to get as much recovery before the festivities later on, because there will be quite a bit to demand of him.
Yes. Yes. All right. Well, I guess I should go back and entertain the crowd again.
Off you
They
go.
seem to just be eating right out of the palm of my hand.
Why wouldn't they?
I mean, you've done wonders for me, darling. I know the truth.
Please. The
Without
foundation.
you, I would be nothing.
Oh, please, darling. The foundation was there. You just needed a bit of presentation.
I would also say inspiration, but
I'm
You
just
guys
gonna
just-
kiss him.
But then you just make out super hard
Yeah.
in front of everyone. Mariella, way across the way, you just like.
It's in the light this time. It's not me walking around a corner. Sure.
Just in front of
Like,
everybody.
And
I can
then the
pretend
thought
I
was
know
like,
you.
oh god, another
No.
sibling.
No. In the back of my mind, it's like, at least it's slightly more tasteful than my aunt and Oberyn, like right in my face.
Oh yeah, that was gross. There was no like spark or
Tact.
compassion between those kisses. That was just
No.
like, give me your fucking mouth.
Give me your body.
Yeah, that was all that was. There was definitely no love there. But yeah, excellent. So Tisha, are you good? Or are you just gonna go back to the lords and kind of like let that situation handle itself? Or did you want to like intervene in some way? I can't hear you.
weird. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to call for Kyle.
Kyle, yeah, he's just like, my lord. And
Yes.
he's got a decanter, I think on a silver tray. And he's just like,
I will pull down my cup.
he begins to fill it expertly.
I need you to go find one of the. Actually, if you could go find Orton, that would be great. And tell him to that my sister and gosh, I believe it's Martell is here.
Right, I think right away, my lord.
Thank you.
Bows and deeply and turns, and you don't know how he just turns so quickly and walks with just a literal silver tray with a decanter on it, but he does, and it's fine.
That boy amazes me.
Yeah, absolutely. So he will be off, and that will be
Then I shall
momentarily.
return to the large group of lords waiting for me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Hmm. I'm thinking.
Dreams of the young one who is unconscious.
Indeed. Yeah. I think. Okay, I'm gonna ask this question. We're going to like ring the feast bell soon, right? To like commence the feast. Everyone's gathering. Everyone's basically here soon, and then everyone's gonna sit at the tables, and everyone's just gonna eat decadently while 300 miles away there's just like a family like drowning a baby from starvation, and it's fine. It's all fine.
I mean, we
But-
were gonna just murder a baby like 3 sessions ago.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, what? Just give us that baby.
Yeah.
You weren't gonna use it.
Yeah, you were gonna use it. Give us that baby.
You gonna eat that?
But yeah. So what is your question? Is it that do people have anything they want to do before the
Yeah,
bell
yes.
rings?
Before the feast bell rings,
Yeah.
is there anything anyone would like to do?
Yes.
I'd like to make sure Henrik is good to go.
Okay, let's resolve that first.
Can I leave my bed now, please?
We're gonna see if you can.
I want
So
to go
Thorsten-
play with the kids.
Please.
Okay, Thorsten, you are going to this is going to be a
Horrific roll that he will be able to get no matter what.
yes. So
Probably.
this is going to be a healing diagnose.
Yeah,
check.
absolutely.
Okay, give me 1 second. I hate how the Roll20 doesn't keep my settings with how I have everything set up. I have to restretch everything out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I understand, and I'm waiting to puke. As I see his
So
ungodly roll.
I have for diagnose, I have miracle worker ability.
Tell me about it.
Whenever you test healing to first diagnose your patient, you gain +2 bonus for a successful test, +1 bonus die for each additional degree. You may convert 2 bonus dice into test dice for your healing test to treat the patient. Finally, you may add your education rank to your healing test results.
I hate everything that you just said.
So what you're saying is you have every link in the medicine department from the Citadel. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the 2 years, Thorsten went back, got some more links, came back. He's just like, shh. Hey guys.
Yep.
Ugh.
How old are you? Like 30? No, like I don't know, like 32, 35.
34,
You're like-
37. I started at 34.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, oh, it's 30, 37. Just cut to a fucking 50-year-old maester with like 7 links. He's just like, I
So
tried so hard. I have 7 doctorates. It's like, that's cool. I have 18. I have 28.
just last year alone only.
Yeah.
Get good.
Absolutely. So make that roll, man. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll
add your shit.
diagnosis.
All right. All right.
Okay,
Sure,
and
sure,
then
sure.
let me go
Yeah,
back
sure,
to
yeah, yeah.
miracle worker.
Sure.
Cool.
Whenever I test healing to diagnose patient, I gain 2 bonus dice for a successful test. So obviously,
Yeah,
I'm
you
assuming I
succeed.
succeeded.
Yeah, you succeed. Mhm.
Cool.
You
How
get-
many degrees of success did I get?
So
Do you-
because of the nature of this, yeah, you got and then it's by 5. So it's 2 degrees of success.
Okay, and then I get a +2 bonus dice on my healing for it because I get
Yeah.
+2 for for diagnosing correctly, and then I get +2 for the 2 degrees.
Okay.
I am going to convert those into test dice, so I'm going to add 2 to test.
This is for treat injury.
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to roll treat injury, even though he's not injured, but this will apply to I think what you're doing. So here's the thing actually. Did you I know we talked about you getting your magic stuff Did you actually do you actually have like a like any kind of do you have that cunning or like knowledge thing of
I have
magic?
knowledge focus magic.
Okay, fantastic. So I want you to use the bonus dice amount from your magic focus instead of your treat injury focus.
Okay, so knowledge
gonna
focus.
You're still going to be you're still going to be rolling healing, right? Like you're still going to be
Yes.
rolling that, but it's going to be with like your magic test dice.
Okay, let me get down to there real quick. So, knowledge focus magic, blah 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 blah. When testing knowledge in the chosen area, you convert my education bonus dice into test dice.
So we're not gonna do that because you're not rolling knowledge. You're rolling
Mhm.
healing. But so I'm still gonna let you do whatever your healing ability, your miracle worker thing.
Okay.
but
So
just-
then what? So I just add 5 as like how do I do that? Because if it's knowledge focus for magic, I use my education
But-
rank as
Yeah, what's your
roll that as
education?
test dice.
What's your
5.
education? Okay. That
That means I would
that-
add 5 test dice to my pool.
Yeah, that is what that.
So just then
means.
add that to my treat injury. Or
Yeah.
add that to my healing.
Yeah, so because your sheet injury is like what, 1 test rank
My
1?
treat injury is 1. My healing is
So-
5.
So you're gonna add 4 bonus dice to treat injury, so you'll have a 5 total
Okay, and then I'm gonna add 2 test dice to healing because that's what I
Yes.
converted.
because that's what you converted.
Okay.
Yes.
And are you ready?
This is gonna be
Yes.
gross.
Oh, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know why I make DCs. I don't know why.
With 4
Hey,
ones.
hey, just a
Not gonna
moment
bother
ago,
at this point.
How
just a
have you
moment
done
ago,
this?
Deidre
Yeah.
got a higher status roll than I did on my diagnose.
Okay. Oh no! His only high stat, and he rolled really good on it. How
Combat?
dare he?
Combat.
Okay, yes, his fighting is quite good.
I
His
don't know what
status
you're
is
talking
better.
about.
His status is better.
His
My status
status
is
is a
better.
higher rank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got a 33 with 3 6s.
Jesus.
Is that a critical success?
Okay,
in
so
some ways?
Thorsten, I want to confer with you right now.
Oh, okay.
So
Let me grab a
Clarissa-
notepad real quick. Let me bring up my notepad.
Okay, Clarissa is Clarissa, you're not here right now, or are you? What I can't remember.
She had gone to the
I think I am.
kitchens.
Oh, okay. I know you went to
But
the
she
kitchens,
doesn't
but
get food for Henrik.
I believe you came back with food. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are here.
Mhm.
So Thorsten, Henrik is currently unconscious. You
Mhm.
gave him milk of the poppy. He's going through it. You are going through him right now because you're thinking about waking him up, seeing he's okay. The reason I had you roll the magic thing is we're gonna make a decision right now. Clarissa can, of course, being there,
Intervene.
be a part of that decision.
Well, of
However,
course.
Henrik is not going to be a part of that decision, even though it is going to be happening to his body.
Of course.
We are going to be violating his consent very much against the Hippocratic Oath right
Hey.
now, but that doesn't exist. Ha ha ha.
I didn't take
Oh,
none of
no.
those.
In fact, maesters take an oath to aid their masters even if they don't want it. So listen, a sort of
Perfect.
mega Hippocratic Oath.
From the dark dimension.
But you also know that that I wouldn't do anything to deliberately.
You wouldn't
hurt
do
you.
anything to harm Henrik, of course not.
Accidentally.
So you do know some blood magic to, I don't know, sort of like enhance someone.
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to do that right now? Do you want to try that ritual out on your little unconscious nephew right now?
I would like to, but I am going to confer with Clarissa
Oh, that's okay.
because this is still a very uncharted territory for me.
So Thorsten is starting to arrange some of the archaic implements in here that are like made of stone and have sigils on them, and is like staring at you slowly. And then he begins to. So Thorsten, what do you say as you have like start prepping?
Could restore him through things I've learned.
Restore?
Enhance, make him feel better, do some blood magic on him. But I want to, because it's such uncharted territory for me, and as much as I want to do this, This is Henrik, the heir, and if something happens, then yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, with my role, how confident do I feel in doing that?
Impossibly confident.
Okay, I exude
will say,
impossible
I would
confidence.
just tell you right now, the 33 is the result. If you do the ritual, you get a 33.
Okay.
So the reason I did that is I wanted that temptation there for you.
Yeah.
To be like, you're gonna do real good.
It is there. It's there. You have succeeded with your temptation roll.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, Clarissa, Thorsten's been experimenting with this stuff for years, learning it. So,
Yes.
and he's got the book now.
He has the book. From what I know of the book, I can't. I don't super have time to run through all my notes, but I know that obviously doing any kind of like sacrifice is a bad idea because it makes the thing stronger. But can I think of anything that could have hinted at like introducing blood magic into the air would be a very bad idea?
So, yeah, why don't you make me a roll right now?
Can I help her because I know that book inside and out as well?
I'm gonna say no, but I am gonna fuck with the TN because this is Clarissa's life, literally.
True.
So, so Clarissa, this is going to be this is either going to be a cunning memory test, or a knowledge focus roll. It's your choice.
Cunning memory.
Excellent. All right, so your TN is going to be 6. Okay, you rolled. All right, good.
Sorry, I didn't know I was going to know the TN.
You're fine. Your TN is 6, and then for every 3 above, you get more. So yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3 degrees of success. So with 3 degrees of success, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, you just, yeah, yeah. So you recall poring over the pages when you were younger, being able to decode, and recently being able to decode a lot more of them, using the book to decode other things. So from what it seems, when you sacrifice something to appease the curse, it gets stronger. However, what Thorsten is suggesting is nothing to do with the curse. It has only to do with blood magic and Henrik, which, technically speaking, with 3 degrees 6 going through, you don't think that will fuck with the curse at all. It will only basically be a benefit to Henrik. Blood magic itself is a fairly nasty business, but Thorsten knows basically the safest way to do it. He's been it's not like he learned this the other week and is now going to try it. He's been literally honing this exact skill for 3 years, learning all he can from every source he can. He's incredibly skilled. You've seen him do successful tests on himself and some pretty unsuccessful tests. And for a fact sorry. For a fact Thorsten loves his nephew and would not willingly put him in harm's way if he thought he could harm him. At the same time, Thorsten is also done in a measurable amount of questionable things. But you know what? So have you.
100%.
But you guys basically always support one another. You're Team Spook.
Mm-hmm.
So you generally believe this could really enhance Henrik. Now, here's the thing, though. You don't know how it's going to enhance Henrik. And so it's a gamble, right? But nothing that you have read believe this could exacerbate the curse in any way. This is an isolated incident that does not have to do with the curse.
Okay. Yet she kind of explains all of that very hesitantly and says, if you believe that it is what's best for your nephew, then we should do it.
I do, only because of what is going to be coming with the curse until we've gotten it removed. I think this will help him with potential mental attacks again.
And if it doesn't, just between you and I, it's pretty fucking cool. So
Yeah.
It is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
So, TJ, now Thorsten, you know for a fact you're going to succeed on this, right? Like we
Yes.
know that you get a 33.
One question.
Absolutely phenomenal.
One question, real quick.
Yeah.
Because I am a cunning maester, anything I
Sure.
do with knowledge, I get a
Mhm.
+4.
Yeah.
Would I be able to add that to healing because this is a knowledge focus?
I would say yes. I think that's
Okay,
a very
so-
good argument. So yeah, those 37.
37.
So 37. So you got a 37. Absolutely disgusting. Utterly phenomenal. Beyond
Of
impossible,
course.
truly. So here's what we're gonna talk about right now. Aaron, F.
Tentacles.
beard.
just a beard. That's all you want.
What it'll do, I'm just saying. you
Maybe
know?
I get a beard, all of your hair falls out.
Henrik, here's the deal. Here's the deal. You get a beard, but it's made of tentacles.
Indeed,
And it shoots spaghetti.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So now, Thorsten, you know quite a lot about this type of blood magic, the one you're about to do. Now, do you remember which one is the blood magic that enhances people? Do you
Give me a
remember the name of
moment
it?
and I will tell you. I have it written
Okay.
down.
I love
I
it.
just
Studied for this exact moment.
Mhm.
yes. Yes. Thorsten notes.
I like my notes about neighborhoods because really it's just all notes about who I'm friends with.
It is. I'm gonna butcher the name.
Yeah.
It's Piculum or
Yes,
Piculum.
Piaculum. Yes,
Piaculum.
you are doing Piaculum. That is actually not what you're doing. Piaculum is the enhancement of magic.
Oh,
You are
you're
doing
right. It's
Cruentus.
Cruentus. That was
Manipulation of life, transformation of the body, and it involves healing and life force itself. That's what you're about to do to him. You're going to
Devovum is the bad. That's what I have.
Devovum is how you all got in this fucking situation.
Exactly.
Right? Is the curse and the binding and whatnot. So I'm going to tell you right now, Thorsten, you've been studying this for 3 years. You have told me several times the experiments you're running, all the shit you're doing. You have prepared for this moment. You have done so much that I, as a GM, am really impressed with your patience of not immediately doing blood magic. So there's a thing here.
10 years ago, it would all bets would have been off. I would have done it, but
yeah,
I'm a patient man.
You are. And so what we're going to do is you're going to tell me how much you want to enhance him. Because that increases the TN. It starts at a TN 15, and every level above that is 5 higher. So speaking, you could enhance him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 degrees of enhancement.
Do I know what each of these degrees do?
Well, here's the thing, Thorsten. According to this book, no one's ever been able to go above 3. No one has ever been skilled enough.
I'm going to comfortably go at a 4. 4 degrees of enhancement.
See,
1 for
let's see what
the knowledge.
This baby can do. Let's open
1
her
for
up.
the knowledge. I'm a greedy man, but I'm not that greedy.
Okay.
Especially because it's my nephew's life.
So not only are you now proving that magic exists in the world, you are now surpassing the mages of the past. Good. Do you feel this is starting to fulfill like your desires and needs and things like that?
Yeah. Yeah. With my what was it?
Great.
The goal. I mean, knowledge to be the youngest Grand Maester. I mean, that's it coalesces with that goal, but my motivation, my lust for knowledge it's tipping the scales right now.
Excellent. Now, I would like to now briefly open the screen up and go a little out of game. Aaron F. Not Henrik, Aaron.
Yes, hi.
Hello. I do want to, because in game, la 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 la, horror, but I do want to just have this brief moment to be like, is this okay with you?
I'm pretty nervous of what's gonna happen because my bet is unfortunately it's not gonna be a beard. I'm-
Uh-huh.
Probably not. Yeah.
the term enhancement has a wide range of things that could happen to me, and I have no idea what those are. However, uh, the draw is too intriguing, and I see how much like Thorsten everyone has put into work into this, and I want to see what would happen. So I am okay with this.
Excellent. Back in it.
I give off Henrik's Aaron's consent for Henrik. Yes.
You begin the ritual. You strip Henrik naked, and you place him on the altar.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, to get this to do this, you go over to your sheep pen in the corner and bring a sheep out, and we start doing this. Clarissa, are you watching or helping or
helping if I can?
Helping,
Absolutely.
fantastic. Yeah, so hilarious enough. Thorsten's like, cool. So if you could just like get naked and put this bowl of blood on you, it would be really helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
If
just
that came from anybody else, you'd be like, what?
Yeah,
But-
exactly. I trust you, Thorsten.
Yeah, and then you just
my
gotta
child.
he did, and then you just gotta grip the side of his head, and then that's basically what you need to do. And Thorsten begins to go through a long process of marks in blood all over his arm, Henrik's arms, his chest, his stomach, his legs. He is quickly, slowly sat up to go over his back in these strange symbols and ways onto his. You said 4?
Correct.
Okay. So that's that. Onto his throat. And onto the crown of his head and in his temples, and then a mark on his forehead. You then spill the blood, start the chant, and all of
5A Sao.
yes, and something is happening. Clarissa, you are something is happening, and it's not visible, but it's you've always been a touch and 1 foot in the weird. Something is happening right now, something significant. And you see the marks begin to like glow brightly and then slowly fade into his body. And then Henrik, we just see Henrik's eyes shoot open, and they're red. We will cut away. Vivian, you needed to do something before the party.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I wanted to do was to
Meanwhile.
Also let Orton Lucas know that Oberyn Martell is here, because the Lucases were under the what's the fucking
Lannisters.
The Lannisters. So just to make sure, just so he's not bombarded or something, so that he can stay out of sight and keep himself safe. Because
when you find Orton's like 5 different people have told me. Don't worry, milady. In fact, a small boy just came and told me.
Kyle?
Yes, Kyle.
Oh,
Such a dear.
He is. All right then.
Also, can I just briefly ask, milady, why is it a big deal that Lord Tedric's sister is here? I don't know anything about her.
Oh, I mean, as far as I was aware, by the time I was married into the family, she had absconded off, unmarried, and
I mean, Vivian, you met her.
Oh.
Like you
Okay.
you
I
were
didn't know.
married to Tedric while she was still kind of there. She was
Okay.
in and out a lot.
Okay.
But again, it was like just a few months you knew her, and then she was
Gotcha.
gone.
Okay. Then I was like, as far as Camilla has been impulsive and not shy about her feelings, I will say that she knows how to get under Tedric's skin very easily. In fact, she is a master at getting anyone angry.
Nods. Okay. I'll try to mitigate.
Have you heard anything about? I know you're incredibly busy, but have you heard anything about Lord Hightower and?
Well, they're
business?
here.
Mm.
But about his business, I'm waiting for a raven.
Right.
I do apologize, my lady, but I am
No,
pulled in
you-
several directions at this moment.
I understand. No, I was. Perhaps you could give me some advice then. Do you think it would be worth to probe on my own? I'm not sure how much the wives would know about their husbands' dealings, but.
Probe Hightower for his possible secret cabal.
Mm-hmm.
You are skilled, Lady Vivian, and you wield words like your husband wields his blade. But I do believe he will be much more on his guard with you than with someone else. Also, I definitely believe his wife is a dead end. He doesn't tell her anything.
Understood.
She is as knowledgeable as, well, I am a Lucas.
Mm-hmm. So, if not me, who would you suggest to try and circumvent his guard?
Well, again, like I said, I am waiting for a raven, milady.
All right, then I will.
But if I mean, Clarissa is quite skilled. However, most people, of course, at this point know her to be your creature. It would probably have to be someone you trust, but is not quite as connected, or someone he wouldn't truly fear. Like, well, to be honest, your husband.
He has been doing rather well when it comes to speaking with the other lords.
Mm-hmm.
I
Lord Hightower, for all of his bon mot and wit, is, well, you don't have a name like Hightower and you're humble.
Fair enough. I suppose I just worry because Tedric is a very honest man, and
Which is why he could get things out of a dishonest man, in my personal opinion.
very true.
He doesn't need to manipulate him, he needs to just guide the conversation. Lord Hightower is sure to drop something to make him feel, well, you talked to him. When he thought he was on your level, he dropped things. I mean, how often did he talk about other people behind their back to you?
Very much. It was how we started the conversation.
Exactly. He knows his position quite well.
I'll bring it up to Tedric and see how we go from there.
Very well.
Thank you.
But if you, I would, caution patience. Again, I am waiting for that raven. If it does come, it could drop more enlightenment. Clarissa has been and Nymora, honestly, have been a great help in this endeavor.
Then I will endeavor to be patient. I suppose with the past events, with coming from the capital and everything that's transpired, I am just anxious when I have nothing to do. But perhaps that is a good thing.
Excellent. Very well. Yeah. And I believe Mariella wanted to do something as well.
Ironically enough, Orton.
So, around the corner, at the moment your mother
It's
leaves...
fine if Vivian wants to be there too. I'm fine with that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So your daughter shows up. Tell us about your outfits.
Oh my god. Mom, do you want to go first?
No, you
Who
go
are you
first,
wearing?
girl.
Oh.
Who are you wearing?
Who am I wearing? I'm wearing an original. I
Definitely
imagine
a high guard.
she's got.
I'm wearing a shella.
Well, I imagine it's like nods to high garden style, but like she's rocking purple with like red and silver embroidery. Like she's back in the house colors. It's like I'm home.
But
I
still,
don't need
like,
to wear fucking blue.
But you got that high shoulder.
It's like some of the shoulder peak kind of a thing going on.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Obviously, no sleeves, because who wears sleeves in the summer?
I have all the excuse for the world
Mhm.
for no sleeves at the moment. But yeah.
I'm wearing a since Marielle has been gravitating more towards purple, I've been sticking with wearing red as to allow her to shine as she does. But I'm wearing a deep red dress, also no sleeves because it's summer. And my hair is styled like braided, like the top crown is like braided up, but the rest of it's down. And there are it's like stitched poppies, but like the centers of like the buds are pearls. Just a little bit fanciful things. Yeah.
Excellent. So, Mariella, you come up, you see your mother, you see Orton. What? As you two look at each other, two other people come up to Orton and just like whisper something, and he whispers something back, and he whispers something back, and just for the second person who whispers something to him, and he just goes, and then just whispers something back to him, and he just like runs off, and then he goes, "Lady Mariella, aren't you the picture of beauty today? How may I help you?"
What is Orton wearing?
There's like a twitch on the side of his eye.
Oh no!
What is Orton wearing? Well, of course, Orton is wearing a dark, lustrous emerald green that is very like brocaded in the front. He has very like kind of like these like pantaloons almost, like it's like the puffed up like top thigh, and then he has long like black stockings essentially, and he has a long like silver pendant that then comes down into a red shield of a Weirlight symbol to show that he's like working for you, but still has like the colors like of his house on him. He also has like a hat,
a jaunty hat.
Yes, Orton's kind of a hat guy.
A dashing hat.
Yeah, it is. It's very like Tudory, like very like brocade, like to the side and kind of circular. It's the same color as his outfit.
Got a little feather in it.
It does not have a feather in it. There is almost no adornment. It is just a sort of like emerald felt like satin like hat. Nothing on him draws the eye that much. Almost on purpose. Almost like he's a spy master.
What?
Who would have guessed?
And then of course his like bobbed like black brown hair. Looks up at you. Down at you.
I know that we haven't really spoken all that much, but actually you and my mother would be able to answer this for me. What Westerland houses are attending this celebration?
Yes. Yes, I do have that actually. And he kind of like whistles, and it's like a horse whistle, like you know. And then a young woman in like this very like periwinkle frock comes out, blinking a bit at like the light. She's like, oh, like, and hands him like a list, and he just nods. And she like stares at him, and he just nods at her, and she goes, nah, and just like skitters into the darkness of the hallway behind him. And then he just goes through it. He goes, all right, so the Westerland houses that are attending, I do legitimately have a list of this. Where are you? There you are. I got it. So, the houses that are attending are, of course, House Adderfell, of course. Let's see. House Lannister is coming. House Crakehall is coming. House Dolver, House Falwell, House. Let's see.
And by Lannister, I assume we mean lesser.
Yeah, I mean, House Lannister is attending, but like that's such a huge house that like there's like Tywin Lannister is not coming.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I figured.
It's probably like issue Lannister. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's issues here. You've seen him. And he's given his like congratulations to Ashella essentially, and I think a good day to you. But issues here. A couple other Lannisters are here. No one of like great import. That
the
he's
Primaris is coming.
House Primaris. Yes, the Primarises are coming. Yes, they've yet to arrive, but that makes sense. Their stronghold is quite deep.
Far away.
But let's see. House Primaris, House Payne is coming, and
more of the Heirs Club.
And House Westerling. That's all the houses.
All right. Reason why I'm asking, looking to Orton, I'm sure someone has already told you, but I made the acquaintance of Oberyn Martell.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I was not aware he was attending.
Yes.
I didn't.
Apologies that no one informed you, my lady. It was a surprise to a lot of us. We received a raven, but days ago, informing us of his attendance.
All right. Well,
Sir Nymora has done a lot in the preparation of his attendance and seems to be entertaining him currently.
Just in case this hasn't reached your ears yet, but after pleasantries and introductions were made, he do I have to do an awareness roll to see who the fuck is around us right now?
If you want, you can.
All right. Awareness. 16.
Okay, is there someone specific?
I'm just this is before like words come out of my mouth for potential rumors and overhearing and like that stuff.
Right. No, you are. Orton has chosen specifically an area where any voices echo sort of backwards, not towards the party.
Okay.
Orton is a nerd first and foremost.
That's fine. That's fine.
Basically,
that's cool.
All the
master of acoustics.
All right. As I was saying, after introductions and pleasantries, he asked what our house's position was on the sacking of King's Landing.
I see. That must have been difficult for you to answer. What did I think we're wondering what you say?
I didn't necessarily say much, but what I did say was that the actions taken during the sacking, and I believe my face illustrated the horror and disgust of what happened to his sister and his niece and nephew. And he seemed to accept it, but with all of these Westerland houses attending, what might we have in store to help avoid unnecessary conflict with those that participated?
I have the reason why I'm running so ragged is I am in contact. Clarissa is unfortunately attending Lord Henrik, because she has some specialty on the area of exhaustion. I'm sure both of you are aware, but
she loves to keep herself in that state. Yes,
she does. So I am managing every aspect of the household at the moment, as Catalina, while was managing some things, I have given her the go-ahead because she needed to speak to some things on a personal matter. She is a young woman, of course, doing her duty. I'm currently coordinating with as many loyal staff members. We of course had to hire much more than our normal amount to account for the party, but I'm only involving loyal, constant house members in the arrangement of things. Wormwood has actually been quite helpful in this. He's using his people as well to aid and places and whatnot, what table to sit him at. It is going to be difficult because originally we had basically we're going to have to place Oberyn Martell at your table, because if we placed him any further away from you, his position demands him being there, unfortunately. Not high there, but he will be specifically on, of course, Henrik's side, because you guys know at a wedding there is literally a whole room is divided down the middle, and all the groom's guest is on one side, and all of the bride's guest is on the other. And then the tables on either side has each member of the house, and then it's sitting at the head of the table is generally the lord who is whose castle this is.
The host.
So that's where Tiedric is going to be sitting, right? And then you would be right at his right, and then like all of your family is all down that right side. So the left side is going to be the Ashfords and their folk.
Gotcha.
So basically they're going to have to place Prince Oberyn at your table on your side.
Gotcha.
Because his position demands that, essentially. Anything
with
farther,
further complication of he's the guest of my aunt and sister-in-law.
He is under the impression that he is a guest specifically of Henrik. Because Henrik I don't know if you Orton, like, apparently Henrik invited him years ago.
What?
To see the keep.
What?
When he beat him in the joust. Henrik, of course, I believe was just being polite, but
Henrik tends to give open invitations to a number of people. Yes.
He did. He was much younger then. But he is handling things quite seriously.
Yes, I would say. He's done very well.
I hope there won't be a problem. Luckily, there won't be any Westerlands at your table. Luckily, the Dulvers will be just behind him, and that will be difficult and dangerous, as Lord Harold was part of the army that sacked King's Landing.
Well, between myself and Felice, I'm sure we can keep any animosity to at least its bare minimum until something untoward is said.
Yes.
And I'll be sure to inform
Tiedric. To be honest, actually, the danger I foresee is while, yes, the Lannister presence of issue and whatnot could be very dangerous with him here, I'm actually more worried about the Dornishmen.
Why?
Well, the Ironwoods and Oberyn Martell, he murdered their old lord in a duel.
So why are they a part of his company traveling?
They aren't. Apparently, the Dornishmen coming are not a part of Lord Oberyn's company. Apparently, they received, as you demanded, my lady, to open invitations to many and all houses that we had affiliations with. They kind of got invited and they accepted. We didn't think they would, but they did, which is worrying. I'm running backgrounds right now, but I'm pulled in many directions, and I'm sorry to show this amount of weakness in front of you, but
How do we have an association with the Ironwoods?
Trade?
No, you're actually your father-in-law, Lady Vivian.
Do I know anything about that, storyteller?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I would definitely say, Vivian, you do not know anything about this.
All right.
They had a connection long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they remember it.
I'll ask Thorsten about. He might know more than maybe Tetrick as well. But
apparently, some of the Dornishmen are here to honor Henrik. Seemingly, from what I understand, many of the houses here are allied with House Martell quite fervently. However, they don't. I do not believe they have good opinions of the prince. So a part of me worries that they are literally here to possibly kill him.
Well, we do not want to.
No,
we cannot allow that because
no,
we do
I
not
understand.
want Prince Dorn's brother to be sent back to him.
Yes, it would look quite ill. We wouldn't lose any points with the Tyrells of the Reach by any means, but I understand that our assets are about to possibly stretch into the Dorne. So the people we want to keep happy, quite honestly, are the several men seated over there, as they are the ways in to Dorne, the only ways in. In fact, all 6 of those houses are the houses that guard every single path into Dorne.
All right.
So we need to keep them happy while also keeping Prince Oberyn happy and away from them, and simultaneously have him not look at the several houses that killed his sister.
Well, there are multiple of us that are part of this family, and all of us have our skill set, so we can split up the work between us to where who's ever most suited. And take the problems as they come. Fucking weddings.
Indeed, my lady. Indeed. This is quite complicated, but I know we will survive it and thrive as we always do.
Wonderful.
If only Henrik weren't so charming.
Well, listen, I mean, while this is...
Said with like a bit of a grin.
Oh, yeah, no, Orton definitely smiles.
Yeah.
But he's like, I will say, though, if this goes well, I mean, Prince Oberyn Martell was at your brother's wedding.
I know.
Ashella's already giddy over it.
Oh, well, that's good.
Who knows, maybe having her start...
It is strange of me to have Ashella's opinion on things so low on my priority list. I originally preceded it to be quite high. Yeah.
There will be time enough in the future for it to rise, in your opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah. So if that's what you wanted to tell him and ask them, if you're good, I think we can move on.
Yeah, I wanted the head count.
Excellent. Can you quickly tell me, Aaron, what are we on time right now?
We're only about an hour and a half in.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, good, excellent. Keep going. So what we kind of, I think, see next, Mariella, I think you see this. I think you leave Orton, you go with your friends. Your friends want to go outside because your outside courtyard is literally gorgeous. Like, there are so many times when you need. I mean, every time Henrik and you like snuck out because like, I already know this lesson and stuff. And anytime you wanted to get away, you would either go to like the far hill or somewhere in these gardens because they are literally phenomenal and great. And so lots of people out there. And there are a ton of horses. There are so many fucking horses here. And so a lot of your friends, they want to go see the fucking horses.
Okay.
And Ashella wants to go see the horses. And as you're walking over
not
there,
out, is he?
and as you go over there, you know who you run into? Scarlet Primaris.
Yeah.
She suddenly comes out and goes, well, is that a high garden lady I see? And you turn and you see Scarlet standing there smiling.
I get over there. It's like a hug, bust the cheek, like whatever.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. She gives you a really, really big hug. She gives you a quick kiss on the forehead, and she goes, "You look taller. You're
That's
not.
a lie.
But you looked. You have the aura of taller.
I'll take it. Unfortunately, I haven't grown since last
You
you
should.
seen me.
You should. My compliments are quite rare. But
they're
it's so great
eloquent
to see you.
and so genuine.
It's true. I think she turns and she goes, Ashella, congratulations. And she smiles and goes, Scarlet, so great to see you. I'm guessing you are here from my husband-to-be's side. He goes, yes, our families are quite dear friends. Yes.
Squeeze her hand in all of this.
Yeah. I go, yes, I am. I am quite aware. I'm so glad that you could come. I hope you brought your horses. And she goes, well, of course I did. In fact, one of them is a wedding present. And she goes, by the 7, aren't you generous? Well, I would love to see some of the fine specimens you've been able to rear. I have learned that you've been quite prodigious in rearing horses. What with your free time lately?
Squeeze the hand again.
And Scarlet smiles, but if you could hear the sound of Reber stretching,
He's cracking.
You would hear it, and smiles. It goes, yes, I do suppose I have earned a bit of a break after everything, but you've been so busy going from one thing to the next. It is quite amazing how you're just able to go from one thing to one thing and one thing. And she goes, yes, well, we're all very talented. Let's see some horses. And all the girls are like, yeah, horses. Just yeah. But yeah, the group walks on.
Mm-hmm.
And you look in, and it's there's the big stable, a lot of the extended. There's tents everywhere,
work area, all of it.
Yeah, of course. You go up. Currently, your stable master is having some horses do some tricks in the big wheel. It just entertains some people. Some people really wanted to watch the horses. It's a rich person party thing. You're just oh, look, horses.
I see no endeavor.
Speaking of endeavor,
no. Oh,
God. You see suddenly emerging from the stable area, stable master not really paying attention and seeing him. Apparently he snuck in pretty well. You see Ashton,
no.
Ashella's younger brother.
No.
And currently he is tugging on the reins of, you immediately see him, it's Endeavor. Nope. And as he emerges from the shadow, you hear a lot of people suddenly gasp and look up and comment on the beauty of that mighty stallion.
No.
Whose horse is that? That is quite beautiful. And Ashella's oh my, that is a fine horse.
Oh no.
I don't know if I know which one that one is. I think
that's Endeavor. And immediately
when you say that's Endeavor, Ashella's face goes pale because Henrik told her about Endeavor. She goes, what? Your killer horse?
And she immediately excuses herself and either get the attention of the stable master, or if Cord is around, somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. You start yelling for the stable master. He turns, he looks, Ashella screams, she goes, Ashton, get away from that horse. And he's just but he's the biggest. I want to ride the biggest. And he goes, shit. And he's pulling on it, and Endeavor is walking out with him. And you see Ashton try and like then go to the side and put him on. The Sable Master turns, begins to try to like whistle at Endeavor and try to like grab a whip, but Endeavor immediately rears, and you see Ashton just go flying onto the ground. It looks like he's not hurt yet. He just hit the ground like what?
Yeah.
However, Endeavor is immediately rearing up, and yeah, it looks like his hooves are about to crush this tiny itty bitty boy.
Oh god.
However, it is at this moment, Henrik.
Yes. Do I awake?
This
from
is how
my
we did.
blood ritual.
This is how we discover
You just
Henrik's
miraculously appear
superpowers.
on the scene.
Henrik, Henrik, can you for me, sweetie, can you very please can you make me an animal handling ride test?
Yes.
Ride, not charm.
Yeah.
Not charm.
Still, yeah.
Bonus die.
I don't have a bonus.
Actually, sorry. It is. You're right. Thank you. It is charm. It's animal handling charm. However, well, actually, I'll just tell you after you roll.
Okay. Could I add a destiny point to get an extra bonus die of that?
Absolutely, you can
Do that. Just one extra die, right?
Yeah, it'd just be one.
15.
15. Absolutely, yeah. That's yeah. So Endeavor rears up. Ashton's eyes go super wide. Endeavor's about to murder this kid. And you know it's not like, oh no, the horse is going wild. Endeavor's going to murder this child. He let him out so he could kill him. At least that's what all of the paranoid people believe.
It's what we all know.
It's a murder horse, yeah. He's playing the long game here. Waited.
The way long game.
And about to come down, and then literally kind of coming out of nowhere, Henrik, you saw this from a distance, and you immediately ran into action.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we just see a figure run past Endeavor and grab the reins and pull them to the side and immediately go, whoa, and like look directly into his eyes and just go, and just say, I mean, what do you say, Henrik, to get him to stop what the fuck he's doing?
See, Aaron doesn't know what a horse is.
It doesn't matter. Is what do you say?
Authority.
Yeah, I think I just like in my most like authoritative voice, just like get back.
Yeah.
Horse. Yeah.
You see immediately Endeavor just gets back. And as you like pat him, you realize you're like patting him, and he's letting you.
Touching this horse. I'm like
and as he got back,
like easy there. Yeah.
He seems like fully calm, and in fact, you see his nose like nuzzle you a bit. And you turn and you see it's Henrik. And Ashton looks up and he just stands up and goes, "Stupid horse! Your horse is gonna kill me!" And Endeavor like slowly turns back to the child. What do you say, Henrik?
This is Ashton, right?
Yeah, this is Ashella's younger brother.
That horse was not meant to be touched and is purposefully in the back of our stables because of that. If you want to ride a horse, I suggest you ask for help next time.
Okay, yeah. So
Intimidation,
please, make a persuasion, convince, or intimidation. Unless you want to use something else, if you can justify something else to me.
Persuasion would be good. I'll use convince for this one. I don't have anything intimidation right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, with the +2, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you fucking put this spoiled brat completely in his place, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'll ask next time, Henrik."
Just not him.
Yeah. Yeah, Mariella, you would just fucking witness that.
I feel like she was like starting to go around like towards
Yeah.
like the entrance of the pen and like just
Yeah,
like
you're there for sure.
takes a
I'm
minute
just petting Endeavor now.
and just like breathe.
Mhm.
Real quick, how long has passed since the end of the ritual and now, roughly?
A few, not that long.
Okay.
Not that long. But so Henrik, yeah, you calm down. You woke up a bit ago. You felt amazing. You literally felt better than you've ever felt in your life. You feel like taller. You feel like just ready to take on the world. And Thorsten tells you he gave you some remedies. And yeah,
That's
it
all
worked,
I need
man.
to know. Yeah.
It worked. So you were sent off, and you feel ready to go. Yeah. So Mariella, you're witnessing this. You see your brother who looks. There's something off about him. You don't know what. You have to get closer.
Okay.
Blood ritual peeking up from like my neck and everything.
Just slight stains.
Yeah, a little bit. Just dust that off.
Yeah, no, I think like I go towards the stable, but like I totally wait for him to like pen Endeavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm helping lead Endeavor back.
Yeah, he leads. Yeah,
stay.
You totally do it. He comes back out. He's penned Endeavor.
Walking up like nothing.
When did you make friends with the horse that wants to kill everyone?
I was working on my writing, and part of that was trying to handle Endeavor before, right? When you were gone.
You didn't mention any of this to me.
To be honest, I wasn't completely sure that he wouldn't try to just kill me, but I've been closer to him more recently, so I just needed to get him away, and worked.
Right. And I figured like this is still like kind of like with the stable. And how are you feeling now?
I will say, Mariella, if you go close to him and you're like having like a closer conversation, Henrik looks different.
Different
like
how?
His shoulders seem broader than you remember.
So like his clothes are getting
little more
slightly
stubble on
different.
his face.
Yeah, his clothes seem to like be a little tighter.
5 o'clock shadow.
He literally no beard.
I tried.
I'm so sorry.
It's too soon.
I'm so sorry.
Son of a bitch! If you went with 5, I bet it would have happened. 5
Probably.
successes.
This maybe happened only half hour ago. Hair takes time to grow.
He seems almost like a few inches taller.
Be right back.
I mean, it's been a bit, but like you're like this. And the main thing, you quickly realize there is something. Other people, I will just say, aren't going to notice this very well. But you being his fucking twin, you're going to notice this. His eyes are a different color. His eyes are literally fucking red.
Henrik?
Sorry. Are you all right?
Have you seen yourself recently?
Look down, make sure my clothes are matching, and all my rings are on, everything. Yeah.
I will actually say, your rings are not on.
Have I seen myself? Okay.
You haven't seen yourself. But I will say none of your rings are on right now. You're not gonna lie. As you look down at your hands, they look a little bigger than you remember them being.
Yeah, I think like a seam like up by here, like she does like a slight pinch and like pull, so then you feel like how tight it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you remember this top being a little looser.
Yeah.
Henrik, your eyes are red.
Yes. Sorry, no, I think. Are you sure you're all right? I know that was scary.
I'm sorry, but I'm not the one that fainted of exhaustion at the table and things
I know,
of that
but
nature. But
I feel fine though. I'm honestly, I think I think Thorsten was right. I think I honestly did just need rest, and he said he gave me something alongside with Milk the Poppy, and
Is there
must
like
have
a
worked.
water trough like somewhere nearby? Yeah.
Well, I mean, Mariella, you got. I remember Clarissa gave you that like polished silver mirror.
Oh, she gave me a mirror.
Back. Yeah. Wait.
With
Years and
compact
years
we could
ago.
use.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can pull that out. Your dress has
Look.
folds.
Folds. Yeah.
Yeah, you can hand him the mirror. Yeah, Henrik, your eyes are red.
Okay, what the fuck?
And your like soft boyish jaw is suddenly like squarer than you remember.
Ew.
Henrik?
Okay. Now, I'm not keeping any secrets from you right now. I don't know. This is odd.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
I don't.
So the last time I saw you was at dinner. And then Thorsten and Clarissa took you. So did they treat you? What?
Yes, I conscious when I went back there, or I came to when I was in Thorsten's office, and I was told I just needed rest, and Thorsten was going to see if he can provide a treatment for me. I don't know what it was. And then I went to sleep, and I woke up a few hours later today.
So
That's honestly it.
So you returned to your room, rested, and now you seem to have experienced a Garrick-like growth and have red eyes.
Red eyes is concerning, and I think I.
But
need
you're
to
saying
talk to
that is what
Thorsten
happened.
again. But yes, that is what happened.
Just the red eyes. That's the only thing.
Everything else is fine for
that's the
Henrik.
only-
Like, I'm cool.
Can
Like,
I
I
do
don't-
an empathy check for like fucking lying to me?
Like, Marielle, I don't know what you're talking about. I was always this height, and I was always super buff. I don't know what you're talking about. It's just the red eyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. We're
Should I
using a
check-
destiny point.
Can I make a bluff check then?
Yeah. I mean, are you lying? You're not
Not
really
about it.
lying.
Well, I guess it depends on what Mariella wants to find out, because I do know more about a little bit more about what Thorsten and Clarissa
Right,
told
yeah.
me. But if
Yeah,
she's just trying to figure out,
let's do a deception. Yeah, then let's do a deception bluff check. You do awareness empathy.
What how do you feel towards me? Tell me. Are you gonna get a
Hatred.
penalty
Pure
for
unadulterated
lying to me?
hatred.
Love her.
I guess I kind of have to love you. You're my twin, so you know
Aw.
I do. What's your opinion of Henrik?
We're family, but I'm not lying, so I'm
Amiable.
not getting a penalty.
That's true. All right, so Henrik, you are about to lie to your sister. I would like you to currently add 2 more test dice to your roll.
Jeez.
Is this a? Sorry, I don't do.
This is
the-
deception.
Deception. Thank you.
Yep.
Test dice. Holy
Blood
fuck.
magic.
And then are you
better at
saying you're
lying.
affectionate to me?
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay. So modifier of -2 theoretically, if that applies.
However, Henrik, you are getting 2 bonus test die to this. Not
Yeah,
bonus die.
Straight up
Test
die.
die.
Yeah,
Just regular
increase
test
the
die,
Big
okay.
number by 2.
Wait, I thought it was the.
You're
the
just
bonus.
add 2 extra test die to what you're rolling.
Test die is the deception rank. Bonus die is like bluff, right?
Got it. Thank you. Sorry,
Yeah.
got mixed up for a second there. Okay.
Yeah, it's test and bonus is the difference.
Cool.
All right, let's make those rolls. Henrik.
Teen. Ooh, that's a lot of ones. I think I want to redo that actually.
Okay.
Really? Really? You're worried about me reading through you?
A little bit actually. If it was anyone else, no. But you're my twin, and you cut through my bullshit a lot. So yeah.
You should be
So-
used to me cutting through your bullshit.
Yeah, but for
Yeah,
this
so-
one,
so-
yeah, it's really
Mariella,
bad if you find out.
yeah, let's re-roll that, Henrik, please.
Mhm.
Just get on. Okay,
18.
So
Mariella.
16.
so 16. Yeah, it would be a 16.
16. Thank you.
Awareness, empathy. Do
You
I get
have a
any
high awareness, so
bonuses
you'll probably-
because he's my twin, or?
Not at this moment.
Okay, that's cool.
It is taken into account. That's why that's what the -2 to his lie
Yeah,
is,
that's fine.
right?
There we go.
Awareness, empathy.
You have a high.
Yep.
21. Okay, so Mariella, this is what I think with a 21 and he's got a 16. That's a 5 difference?
5.
So what I'm going to say that's 2 degrees of success for Mariella. So this is the situation. Henrik clearly doesn't know
What
anything
happened?
anything about what happened.
Okay.
He clearly does not know what the red eye thing or what's going on with Endeavor. He knows literally nothing. He is being completely straightforward with you. However, there is something he is definitely omitting from you, and you can tell. No, normally when Henrik will omit things from you, it's like, I don't know, will she judge me? This is not that. There is something determined and like a little fearful behind it, and it's sort of, you feel like he's got like, I'm the heir, I have duties to do kind of sense to him. He's definitely he's not lying to you, but he is definitely omitting like something, and you know it's big. Whatever it is a big deal, and he is definitely trying not to tell you, and he seems pretty serious about it, unlike his normal way when he hides things from you, where he's just mostly embarrassed. But you see through that.
Yeah, I think you see it on her face, like she knows that. Like,
Yeah. Okay. I think I just like grab her wrist gently, with like, Mari, I know this is strange. I don't know what Thorsten gave me, why I am this, but I will ask him. I will figure this out. Okay.
I recommend whatever it is, they not do it again while we have a house full of nobles and an Oberyn Martell who is accompanying our aunt here, and all sorts of horrible drama that seems to be potentially going to unfold. Because if people question why your eyes are suddenly red and why you're so much larger than what they possibly saw you, luckily many have not.
No one's
seen
seen me today.
That's what I was saying. Luckily,
Mari,
no one has seen you in a while. But
you listen to me. Please stop worrying. Things are going to be fine.
Things are going to be fine. Would you like to tell me when the last time you told me things were going to be fine?
I believe that was 2 years ago when, yes, you had an absolute right to be angry with me and to be frustrated at the stupid shit I would do. But if you haven't noticed, I almost passed out because of how exhausted I've been of trying to make sure everything here goes perfectly well. And so far it has been, for everyone else. And you're my sister. I want you to have a good time and to enjoy this. I want you to be happy because I want to be happy here. Okay? This is strange and odd, I know, but I feel fine. Just try to just enjoy the day, please, for me. For once, not try to worry about me.
You think this is just about you? Sure. Pats his cheek, walks away.
Okay. You walk back to your friends, Maria, and I'm sure you're very upset that all of them are basically slipping on the ground staring at Henrik. Because he's a attractive man who just saved the boy from a horse and then like calmed the horse. So they're gone.
Yeah, that's fine.
All of them are just like over the edge,
swooning
a bit, yeah. But yeah, Henrik, yet you see, Mariella's friends, and you see Ashella, and you see Scarlet in proximity of one another.
Cool.
Both of them look at you. Who do you acknowledge first?
A wife or my future wife? Of course, yeah.
Okay, good. All right,
Yes.
fantastic.
It's not like taboo to like for us to talk anymore, right?
No,
I
not
can
at
go.
all.
Okay,
No,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
you can talk.
I'll go up to Shella and like, hello. It's like, and I'm assuming she's wearing something like absolutely knockout gorgeous and everything. She looks beautiful.
Yeah, she looks
Cool. Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I will comment detailed on her dress because Henrik's, as masculine now as he looks, is still very feminine and knows a lot about dress style. So yeah, comment was like, Heidi, you look beautiful.
Well, I should hope so. I screamed enough at my girls to make sure of it.
Absolutely fair.
You look better.
Feel better. Thank you. I'm
Well,
sorry
that is
about that
good.
last night. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like it is no need. And Scarlet pops in and goes, "What happened last night?" It goes, "Oh, Scarlet, you wouldn't be interested. Just something that really only I think engaged people understand." What'd you say, Henrik?
Blink, blink.
Yeah, I'm just standing on the side. It's like have
Yeah, you're just staring at him.
Fine.
Go ahead. You're a man now.
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you, sister. Okay. There. It's like, perhaps, though, I don't want to worry. One, I was just overly tired, I think. It's, fuck. I'm sorry. Who was I? Brain's off. I'm talking to Scarlet now, right? It's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Primaris, it is wonderful to see you again. I'm so glad you can attend my wedding.
Of course, I wouldn't miss it for the world, Henrik.
Glad. I hope you and your brother and your whole family have been doing well. It's been a while since we last saw each other.
Quite well. Yes, no, the Primarises, business is good. We are flourishing. My brother is doing well.
I like get a read on her or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Empathy, awareness.
Yeah. Besides the basic, like the one that got away, kind of like X, not an X situation, but as close as an X as we could get in Westeros. So.
Mm-hmm.
The ship you saw passing.
$11. Yeah. You've never been able to read Scarlet, and that is true to this day.
Fair.
You can't get a beat on her.
Yeah, your special blood powers ain't gonna help you there.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Unless listen. Never mind.
They could. We haven't unlocked. We haven't unlocked all of Henrik's secret abilities yet. Okay, we'll see.
All right. Yeah. So you talk to her about that. Let's see here. Let's see. Sorry, the 5th. Yeah. So you're talking. You're kind of engaging, right? You're socializing.
Like to catch up with.
Yeah.
With the...
Mariella, you're watching from afar, scowling as your.
I don't think it's scowling. I think it's just stone face because she's got that will score.
Yes, that will score. Indeed, yes, it's very true. Don't
stone face.
Show nothing.
Inside.
Yeah, as your brother rebuffed you and tried to get you to not worry and let him take care of things, and you have your doubts. But yeah, you understand the situation, and you hear hold on, I gotta count. Is it 3? Yeah, 3. 3 different people simultaneously go, Lady Mariella.
Oh God. Yeah.
Do you turn?
Can I tell who the voices are beforehand?
Yes. It sounds like Garland Tyrell,
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Mallister.
Yep.
And
Last one.
and of course our Dulver boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God! Is his first name
Walton.
erupted out of my head? Is it? Yeah, it's Walton. Of
Walton.
course, it's Walton.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Walton Dulver.
Yeah.
And you turn and you see all 3 of them approaching you. But when they all call out your name simultaneously, they all immediately get a very confused face and begin to stare at one another. And then they begin to look at you. And we're going to take our break there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Travis.
So stay tuned. We're going to be right back. Get your drinks, get your bathroom, run out and get your Gatorades, whatever you need to do. Be back soon. Get those electrolytes, and we will see how the story unfolds and how Mariella deals with this situation. Excellent. See you then.